He's a hustler, he's no good at all. He is a loser, he's a bum. He lies, he bluffs, he's unreliable. He is a sucker with a gun. I know you told me I should stay away. I know you said he's just a dog astray. He is a bad boy with a tainted heart. And even I know this ain't smart. But mama, I'm in love with a criminal. And this type of love isn't rational, it's physical. Mama, please don't cry, I will be alright. All reason aside, I just can't deny I love the guy. And welcome back to Swooning Over Stan Route, episode 3, I think. Anyways, let's get going. The founder statue. Let's know more about the founder statue, huh? Yeah, I should ask Mabel to carve it. You gotta admit that every version of me's got a charming smile, though. Indeed. A jar of eyeballs, the pine tree hat. Dipper used to wear one of those. Seuss tells me they sold like hotcakes after Ford tossed his journals into the bottomless pit. Funny those events have no correlation. Journals, bottomless pit. We'll have a chance to swing by the bottomless pit later. It's a prime spot on every tour, because the troublemakers always accidentally trip in, and I get to lead the tour without them for 20 minutes. I'm kidding. Should have seen the look on your face. You actually can't take that one out of the stack. I glued them together way back when. Secret business trick. And you're telling me this because... no one will ever believe you. Then they'll try it, and the whole stack will fall to the floor. You notice the "you break it, you buy it" sign on the wall. Sneaky man. I love him so much. Employee of every month. Sis has always been the hardest worker in the place. It was only natural to hand it over to him. Jar of eyeballs. Thought we sold this thing years ago. Ha! Nah! I forgot to put a price on it. Just has a $sign on it. Stan takes a dark marker and squeezes it a $9.99. Then he goes back and makes it $29.99. That jar's got a lot of eyeballs. Okay, so I've done all of these. Let me see the Aztec calendar. I absolutely know how to read that thing, and you should buy it. And freezer full of iced goods. Just because you're staying over does not mean you get to sneak over here for a popsicle. I get to do that, but that's because this used to be my place and I get founder benefits. I also get founder dibs on the pineapple ice pops. He's just so adorable. Alright, well, I've done my fair share of looking. Done looking. Because I think I've done all of these. You sure? Well, I think I hear the tour group heading out of the showroom anyway. And off we go. Also, please forgive me that I'm not doing my normal Stan voice. I'm still recovering from being sick, so yeah. Now, most tourists don't appreciate nature's artistic genius. By which I mean my artistic genius, because I remembered you're gonna help me out today. You don't think up a money-making wonder like the Sasquatch by having a boring 9-to-5 office job. You think it up when you wonder, why hasn't anyone found the Sasquatch? Could it be that its name has been mispronounced this whole time? Anyway, just let me know when you've soaked up enough inspiration from this room, because you're gonna need to use it right after. Oh boy. Alright, come on, you're gonna see what makes this place a mystery shack instead of just a shack. We're making another attraction for the showroom. Oh boy. You follow Stan through the living room to the kitchen, where stuffing and animal parts are strewn across the surface to your left. Stan pulls out a thick needle and a spool of thread, and as an afterthought adds a couple of nails and a hammer to the pile. It seems a little unsanitary to do this right across from the fridge, and has the potential to look almost gruesome if it weren't so oddly cartoonish. He steps up to the workplace and pulls out the googly eyes that have been glued over the lifeless glassy ones, typically of taxidermy. Mabel's contributions to the craft project remain firmly intact. Huh, that's what I get for letting Mabel bring her stash of scrapbooking supplies. That's one more thing to add to the backstory. Backstory? What? You don't think the tourists are really dumb enough to believe that thing you're selling them is what you tell them just like that, do ya? I'm not certain if you hear that, but that was my dog. Sorry. She's excitable, anyways. Let's continue this. Taffy, you be quiet. Shush. No barking. I'm trying to play game. I'm trying to date my precious summer man. You'll need to be quiet. Okay? Thank you, puppy. Because if you do, you'll be set to do business in Gravity Falls. Anywhere else, though, customers take a little more work. See, every good piece comes with some kind of story, or if you're Poindexter, some kind of lore. Horror stories work pretty well, because with enough suggestions, people can always find ways to spook themselves. Done it for years, it's kind of an art. Stan appears nonchalant, but you can see a quiet pride within him. I don't... Meh! What do I do? What do I do? Sounds hard, sounds easy, fuck. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe, catch, take, bite, this one, okay, fine. This is where we're going. Stan merely looks amused. I am so sorry that my dog is making a ruckus. This is going to be very hard to do. Well, she's making so much noise. Oh yeah? Let's see you take a shot at it after we put this thing together. You said you've done this for years. Always had an knack for it, even when I was a kid. Sure, there was a little learning curve involved, and I've had a few unhappy customers over the years. Stan pauses seemingly to reminisce, and the mixed smile grimace on his face tells you he probably had many, many unhappy customers. But mostly I've run a great business on telling lies. I mean stories. You're learning from a true master, kid. I don't know which to pick. So why don't you run this place anymore? Stan's grin melts in something softer, maybe a little bittersweet. My brother wanted to drag me off on a trip with him, couldn't say no and couldn't just close the place, so I left it all to Seuss. He practically grew up in this place, you know? Definitely wouldn't have entrusted it to Wendy. She's usually the cashier here around in the summer. It's weird having to explain all this to you. I keep thinking you already know all this. Well, sorta kinda, we do know all this, but you don't need to know that. What was your original vision for the shack? Vision? Make money. What other vision do you need? But over the years, sir, I've used the mystery line for advertising. Who isn't curious? Who doesn't want to be amazed? Kids are the most skeptical of the bunch, though. Let me tell ya, once they hit about 8 or 9, they love trying to prove it's all fake. Then they get older and realize there's nothing good left in the world unless you pretend there is. And everyone pretends along with you because they're all desperate. Damn. That is sort of kinda sad, actually. It's sad but true. You work like you're still part of this place. You can take a man out of the mystery shack, but you can never take the mystery out of a man. Specifically me, which is why I'm back to work even though I don't have to. 30 years of the same routine will do that to ya. Stan turns his attention back to the workspace, and you notice once more the daunting selection of items lay upon the table. It's not the number, but the variety that makes you unsure of how you're going to craft something out of all this. Yeah, I don't know what you're gonna do with this stuff. Surprise me. Stan walks off to the side to, you guess, do some work of his own. You're glad he's not going to watch you the whole way, though. Well, if you're going to do something, you do it all the way and give 100%. Hey Stan, I'm finished. Hey, not bad, Cordelia, not bad at all. Stan lifts your anomalous amalgam aloft triumphantly. So, what's the story here? Give it to me. Just have fun with it. This is a fish gherkin, a fish square chicken. Stan nods appraisingly. Sounds like you got the hang of this. Alright, this thing's about as close to show ready as it'll get. Wait here a sec. Stan carries a showpiece out to the room. After a few moments, you hear his footsteps return, and he comes into the room with 2 cans of Pit Cola. Stan sets one down on the dining table, its condensation starting a slow drip onto the table's surface. He waves you over to join him, and you slide into the seat across from him. Nothing like a cold one to finish up the day. Cheers. He picks up his can, gesturing towards you with it as he leans leisurely back in his chair, and you watch as he takes a sip. It's a nice-looking sip, and now you're staring. You pull over your own can and pop it open. So, got any questions for me? Talking tends to ease me into a new place. Might do the same for you. Time to ask about Stan. So, tell me about yourself. Stan laughs nervously. What is this, a first date? I'm Pines, Stan Pines, Imaginator, Town Darling, used to be proprietor of the Mystery Shack. He pauses and stay paused. You give him an expectant look that wants him to continue, and he clears his throat, nervous. What? You were serious? I don't know, I get this often. The longest I can get people to listen to me is when I'm selling them something, and even then it's tough luck. The last time someone listened to me, they tried to eat me. Can you believe that? I barely got much meat left on me. And keep going, you can't just end it there. Stan gives an uncertain smile, which becomes a full-on grin, and he laughs. Alright, I'll tell you. So you see, there's this irresistible thing called revenge. Stan tells you a tale of a road trip, a mountain full of mummies, and a woman who was secretly a spider. You don't believe a word of it. This is a lie! This game is a lie! Why is this game lying to my face again? I told you never to lie to my face again, game. I told you to never lie to my face again! God fucking damn it, game! I'm just kidding, I love this game with all my heart. But you find yourself enjoying it anyway. Stan knows how to hold his audience in decent suspense, and he seems to light up whenever you laugh at the right parts, grinning along with you. Before today, you'd never even heard of Mr. Mystery before, but now you feel like you're really seeing something special here, one-on-one with the man himself. About the exhibits. The showroom already seemed full when I saw it earlier. Why make more? Tourists love variety. Put up a sign advertising a new attraction, they'll come pouring through the doors. When I started this place, I didn't think I'd, like making these. It used to be just another thing that made money. Now I'm stuck with it. I guess 30-something years of routine will do that to a man. Stan sounds gruff, but it's a fond gruffness. Sixer says keeping familiar habits helps too, so I've kept it up. You think I could sell some of these as art pieces? Shit, I don't know, fuck. Yes? Yeah, I would pay him up to buyers and sell them at even more ridiculous prices than I usually would. I'd buy one. I'm holding you to that. Okay, so I'm nervous about asking about Ford, but I wonder if asking about Ford here will make Stan appreciate that I want to learn more about his family. So I'm just going to try and see his reaction. Is Ford usually like that? You mean trying to fix what ain't broken and ended up making trouble? Nah, he was the good twin growing up. You were the troublemaker, I can tell. Stan laughs. You have no idea. So, you got any questions for me? I don't know if I should bring up his past or not, because we know it and it's not that happy fun times. It's not happy fun times. His past is full of sorrow and hardship, but I don't know. I don't know if I should do this. I don't know if I should do this. I'm going to do it anyway. You're really interested in me, huh? Or do you always ask everyone these kinds of questions? I'm mainly interested in you. Alright, ever heard of smuggling pugs? No. Exactly, that's because everyone in the business is good at keeping secrets. Really good. So why am I telling you now? I'm out of the business, I don't care. This absolutely isn't so that if the authorities ask you, you'll give them false information that leads them off my trail. Right. Stan loads you up with false information that may or may not contain kernels of truth within them. It's surprisingly hard to tell whether the crazier parts are embellishment or the real deal. Stan tips his head back to get that final sip of pit cola, then sets his empty can down with an air of finality. Well, Cordelia, you did good for your first try. If you feel like helping me around again sometime, returning the favor on the car, let me know. You nod, and Stan gets up to leave when you remember something. Wait, I still owe you the price of admission, right, for the tour earlier? Nah, don't worry about it. Gives me something to hold over you if I need it. Oh, Stan, my man, I wouldn't expect anything less from you. He says that and he leaves, but even from what little you've seen of him, you feel like Stan's not the type to really hold that over you. At least not for anything serious. The tourist trap might have more to offer to you than you thought. The level meter! It looks like you are made for each other! Can you give me dating tips? You're good at this! And there we go. That's this episode wrapped up. Anywho, thanks for watching. Peace and love in the sky and the stars above. See you later, my gravity followers. Bye.